and is a four-way elimination match for the IWF Heavyweight Championship. Austin Grimes, the referee. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by his manager, the most powerful Jew in Hollywood, Stu Stone, from Chico, California, weighing in at 257 pounds, he is Mr. GMSI, and his opponent, from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 240 pounds, here is the knockout artist, Chris Hero! And their opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Uhaa Nation! And their opponent, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 245 pounds, Drew Galloway!
And this will be a great one, the main event here at the IWF Chosen One, a four-way elimination match, and the winner will be crowned the first ever IWF World Champion. I am joined by commentary with one of our younger wrestlers, Kevin Cross. Kevin, pleasure to have you here. I know you're eagerly checking out some of the best wrestlers in the world today.
It's a pleasure to be here. This is one of the most important events of the year for professional wrestling. It's an honor to be here. And here we go.
You got Chris Hero and Uhaa Nation in one corner, and Drew Galloway putting the boots to Brian Cage. And as we said, this is a four-way elimination match. And look at that, the big boot from Chris Hero. And this action is getting hot and heavy early. A great crowd here. And thankfully we got the split screen because these guys are on the outside firing away. We got Hero and Uhaa there, Stu Stone. And a nice European uppercut by Brian Cage. And him and Drew Galloway have kind of partnered up, per se.
There's a lot of firepower in this ring, Joe, and quite honestly, I knew right at the beginning of this match there was no way these guys were going to be able to hold it down in the ring. There's a lot of merch here that you could pick up, and I'm sure the fans are going to be going home with a couple teeth, I'll tell you that right now.
IWFlive.com for all the latest information, upcoming events, and right now the IWF World title on the line. And it looks like we got Hero and Uhaa. They are battling in the chairs, and these guys are going all over. There's going to be no disqualification or countouts right now. We're going to have a winner tonight, and we are going to have a new champion. And now they're in the bar area. We got Galloway and Brian Cage, and there's Uhaa. And hopefully nothing will get broken because we're going to get a bill from the Arizona Event Center. And just look at these guys. It's chaos. We are back in the back of the bar. The big right hand from Chris Hero, trying to keep our eyes on the action.
Brian Cage going toe-to-toe with Hero, forearms versus fists.
And it looks like they are walking into a women's restroom area.
Oh!
I guess they're trying to get a quick peek or something. And right now we got Hero and Brian Cage, and Drew Galloway might have been making himself a drink.
Drew Galloway is one of the hungriest guys here, no pun intended, behind the bar.
And it looks like Chris Hero locking Brian Cage in the bathroom. But Cage is out. We got Galloway with the garbage can.
I'm surprised Brian Cage wasn't in the kitchen.
He brings his own food, so he should be good.
Makes sense.
And Drew Galloway and Uhaa Nation firing away, forearms. And I think we lost Brian Cage, and there's the garbage can over the head. The referee, he is trying to get these guys to get it back in the ring. And right now, Cage firing away with the forearms. As we got chaos here at the Arizona Event Center. Four-way elimination match. We haven't got any eliminations, obviously. The fans patting the back of Drew Galloway, a big fan favorite here tonight. as well as Uhaa Nation. Stu Stone, I don't even know where he's at. And there is Galloway and Uhaa. And he's got him up.
Oh!
And then dropping on top of the table, and Cage follows up.
Chris Hero out of nowhere with that ring bell. That's a smart man right there.
And Chris Hero looks like he's trying to ring the bell, but there is no counts on the concrete floor. We need to get this match in the ring.
Chris Hero seems to be in control. Who's your money on, Joe?
I'm telling you, I am going with Drew Galloway. Very impressed from what we saw from him early on today. The crowd is behind him, but I'm also a big fan of Uhaa Nation. I'm a big fan of all these guys.
It's a real hard call to make here, Joe. Uhaa Nation, one of the brightest guys, one of the brightest stars of professional wrestling today. He does things for his size that nobody can do. But then again, you have Brian Cage, same type of situation. A guy for his size doing things lucha libre style. He can get in there with anybody, Japanese style, American style. I mean, how do you compete with a guy like that?
Well, that's the bottom line here in the IWF. There's nothing but the best in the world that are competing here. We've seen some great wrestling early on today. Matt Sydal, Biff Busick, Tommaso Ciampa. The Young Bucks just tore it up the last match against Trevor Lee and Shane Strickland, one of the best tag team matches you're going to see this year. And look at that, as Brian Cage right onto the edge of the ring apron. But now he eats the big right hand from Chris Hero. And at least these guys are getting closer to getting it in the ring. Not that the fans are complaining, because they were very much excited about almost being a part of the action.
Absolutely. That's called getting your money's worth. You got to wonder how much Drew Galloway has left in the tank. You mentioned Ciampa. Ciampa took a chunk out of Drew Galloway. If it was anybody else, I would have said Drew Galloway had no shot at winning this, but he's a fired-up man. He wants this. It's almost as if Drew Galloway's been reborn since his return to the independent scene.
And right now we got things back in the squared circle. We got Uhaa as well as Hero, but there's Brian Cage on the outside, and the big boot by Hero on Uhaa Nation, who was very impressive in his first round victory over Matt Sydal to open the show tonight. Another one of the best matches you're going to see this year. And look at that, right to the jaw as Uhaa Nation. And Chris Hero trying to get an elimination, but a release German suplex by Uhaa. And here comes Brian Cage, the swing and the miss. And look at this, got him up in the wheelbarrow. And the power of Brian Cage. And there is the nip up by Drew Galloway, but then he eats the big boot from Chris Hero.
You can't make mistakes in the ring with Chris Hero. He will exploit them at any given moment.
And listen to this, the crowd is already with the This Is Awesome chant, one of the best crowds I have ever witnessed. Live myself here, Kevin Cross. And it's great to see the turnout for this great event, the IWF, the Chosen One crowning our first champion right here, right now. And the crowd is very much excited. Not a soul has left the building.
It's a hot crowd tonight, Joe. Don Fry in the audience as well. This is one of the best audiences we've ever had for professional wrestling. The IWF fans are very, very passionate to be here. And here comes Chris Hero.
And going off the rope, and look at that. Galloway comes right back with the kick to the midsection, firing away with the Fists of Fury. And look at that, big boot right to the jaw.
His timing is excellent. You can't give him a single second. He'll get you. Ooh.
And it looked like he was going for the neck breaker. He got out of the way. The cover, 1, 2. And it looked like we were going to have our first elimination, but it was not meant to be, as Drew Galloway is able to kick out. And it looks like a car wreck. There's guys strewn all over the place. We got Cage being talked to by Stu Stone in the corner. But right now, Chris Hero is just lighting up Drew Galloway.
You're going to need a rocket launcher to put Drew Galloway away. Oh! You're going to cover.
The cover, 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
And that is the first elimination. Chris Hero is gone. We are down to 3. Cage, Uhaa, and Drew Galloway. As Brian Cage walks into the boot. And look at that. kick to the side of the head, and Uhaa's got him up. It looks like he wants to finish him off.
That might be it.
Death Valley Driver, 1, 2. And once again, a kick out by Drew Galloway. Trying to end things off on a high note here in the IWF. The 4-way elimination down to 3. Cage has got him up.
No problem. Oh.
And this could be it. 1, 2. But Uhaa is able to kick out. And this will go all night long if possible. We will have a winner tonight and have our first IWF World Champion crowned. Will it be Drew Galloway? Oh, as Brian Cage turns right into it. Look at Stu Stone. You could see the look of disgust as he's pounding the mat, trying to get his man up. 1, 2. And it looked like Stu might have got involved right there.
Wait a minute.
And the referee admonishing Stu Stone, but obviously a great move because if there was going to be a 3 count, he stopped it.
Some would say this is a 4-way dance, Joe, but I would even go so far as to say it's a 5-way dance because Brian Cage is never alone. He always has Stu Stone with him, and Stu Stone is always a factor in his matches.
And right now, Drew Galloway and Uhaa Nation, no friends in this match. These guys may have all been buddies before the show started, but they know the prize is on the line. And in a show like this, where world-renowned people are knowing all about the International Wrestling Federation, getting emails, getting requests from wrestlers all over the world wanting to be a part of this great organization.
Absolutely, and I got to say right now, this is the most dangerous place to be in the ring. People's careers have ended on that top rope.
And as Uhaa Nation was looking to take out Drew Galloway, Brian Cage is on the second rope, and he's got Uhaa.
That's a lot of weight up there.
The question, and look at this, Galloway holds on.
Oh!
And it's great to see the crowd getting behind it, appreciative of everything they see, whether they like the guy or not like the guy. They have been very respectful tonight. When they see something good, they let you know about it.
Absolutely. High neck bridge by Drew Galloway. That was a very effective cover, but not enough to put away this monster. The effing machine, Brian Cage, and Uhaa kicks out. Credit to him.
As Drew Galloway looking to cover one of these guys and bring it down to the final 2. And you could see this has been such a fast-paced match that these guys, not sure they have a lot left, but they know they got to pull out all the stops. And then the nice big forearm by Uhaa Nation. But Drew Galloway answers right back, and these guys are going back and forth.
Wow, he picked him up like he was nothing. 3!
And Cage kicks out of the power bomb by Uhaa Nation as we still have 3 guys, and Stu Stone is breathing a sigh of relief that his man Brian Cage was able to kick out. Oh, and look at that, like one-handed by Uhaa Nation, and look at that standing moonsault. We've seen it before.
Oh!
But the discus lariat, 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Uhaa Nation looked like he was about to put away Drew Galloway, but Brian Cage catches him, and we are down to the final 2.
Stu Stone, tell him to shake that arm out. He's got another one coming. He's got one more clothesline away for that World Heavyweight Championship.
And right now, Stu kind of give a little breather, some air to Brian Cage. Him and Drew Galloway, who will be our first world champion. We are just moments away from finding out. And you can hear the buzz in the crowd.
This is it right now. All the bumps, all the bruises, all the tears and the blood. It's all about this moment right now. Who wants it, Joe? Who's going to want it?
You know, a man like Drew Galloway looking to, as the crowd is obviously firmly behind him. Size difference. Galloway and Cage.
Who wants it more?
And they are exchanging the forearms, and it looks like Galloway is getting the best of it, but the knee to the midsection. Oh, and look at that, right to the front of the face.
Size 15 boot in your mouth. Oh!
A release belly to belly by Brian Cage. And there's no doubt these are 2 of the best in the world to some people, Brian Cage is just making a name for himself, but this guy has been a stud in this business for a long time, and he is finally getting the recognition that he richly deserves.
Brian Cage is a freak show machine. You cannot underestimate a guy like this. Everybody looks at the muscles, Joe. Everyone looks at the muscles of this guy, but really where his strength comes from is his mind. He wills himself to get the victory over people that are established in this business. That's where the strength comes from.
And there it is, dropping the elbow. Brian Cage trying to wear down Drew Galloway. As this match goes a little longer and longer, the question is who has the cardio? Who's the guy who's going to be able to go 30 minutes?
That's right. Those extra rounds are coming into play right now.
You know, earlier on there was times for breathers with 4 guys in the ring and 3, but now it is just one-on-one, mano-a-mano, to see who is the best in the world, who will be the IWF World Champion. And a nice reversal by Drew Galloway. But, oh.
That reach coming into play, Joe.
Square on the jaw as Galloway's got him up, looking to finish him off.
There you go.
And this has got to be it. We're going to have a new champion. 1, 2, 3. And Brian Cage is able to slip the arm up at the last split second. And it looked like Drew Galloway was going to walk away with the gold. And even he needs to step back and take a little breather.
Drew Galloway getting the crowd behind him. This is his strong suit right here. That crowd gets behind Drew, nobody can stop him.
And the big clothesline in the corner as Drew Galloway trying to chop down Brian Cage and walk away the IWF champion. The swing and the miss.
Whoa.
And he went for it.
Oh!
And this has got to be it. 1, 2. And once again, the crowd thought we had the new champion, but Brian Cage able to kick out as Stu Stone is trying to send encouragement to his guy, trying to get Brian Cage back in the match, because right now it looks like Drew Galloway is just moments away. And Stu Stone. And Stu Stone getting a little tough with Drew Galloway as he walks backwards.
Stu needs to remember who he's dealing with. Love you, buddy. But take a step back. It's a dangerous man. Oh!
As Drew Galloway was trying to go over the top, Cage nails him with the big right hand.
It's a real comfortable area for Brian Cage. It's about to get real uncomfortable.
Look at that.
Drew Galloway.
The huge suplex from outside the ring, and now Stu Stone feels it's just a matter of moments. But Brian Cage needs to regather the thoughts. He needs to get on his feet, and he needs to take it to Drew Galloway and try to put him away.
Good call with the ref. He's got that count going. The audience has to get these guys up. We're running on fumes here.
And once again, a 2 count. As Drew Galloway is able to kick out, as Stu's saying that's got to be 3, but it is not.
The heart of Drew Galloway is going to carry him very far in this business. But right now, he's got to find a way to put this guy away. He's got to find a way to put Brian Cage on his back for a 3 count. It's got to happen now. He cannot waste any time.
Now these guys are both on their knees, not even to their feet. And they are going back and forth. Chop for chop.
It's an effective way to wake up in the morning.
And the woos are going crazy. And it looks like Drew Galloway.
Here we go. Here we go. Brian Cage. Oh!
And down he goes, the cover. And once again, he kicks out.
Brian Cage is losing it. He's losing it. You can't believe it. That was supposed to be 3 counts we've seen so far.
And listen to the crowd. They're trying to get it going one more time. As Brian Cage looking to put Drew Galloway away, he has got him up. But once again, Galloway is able to fight him off at a nice kick. Oh, and he had it. And this has got to be it. 1, 2. And Stu Stone puts Brian Cage's leg on the bottom rope, or we would have had a new champion.
Stu Stone better have his Nikes on. He better get out of there real fast. What are you doing, Stu? Oh, Drew's got him.
And he's got Stu Stone.
Oh.
And he just knocked the glasses off Stu Stone. They just went flying 20 feet.
Oh.
And Brian Cage, the kick to the groin area, has Drew on Queer Street.
There's that rocket launcher, Joe.
From behind, 1, 2, 3, and can you believe it? Stu Stone has cost Drew Galloway, and his man is the IWF World Champion. Brian Cage is victorious.
Wow, what a match. Unbelievable.
A great matchup, but Stu Stone caused Drew Galloway to possibly lose this match, and Drew Galloway has to be livid. Drew Galloway has to be disgusted about how this match played out. But there is your champion, the first IWF World Champion, Brian Cage.